Welcome back to Deep Thought. We're going through Sonic Adventure DX, and oh god, Knuckles, what's going on?
Who needs pupils? Pupils are for pussies.
Yeah, and we also get to go back in time again.
Because, you know, that hasn't outstayed its welcome at all. Oh, I don't know, it's just tough to so into. I get what they're going for, of like giving you the backstory, like drip feeding it to you in pieces, but nah, especially like forcing it into every fucking story. It's just repetitive. Again, it's another thing about this game, it's very repetitive. Even though like this is like giving you different parts of it, because of like it's a dialogue exposition thing, you know, just telling you what's what, it just, you sort of switch off to it a little bit, given that it's really not direct, it's just, you know, background stuff.
And to be fair, at least they kind of mix up how they, the exposition scenes a little bit. They're not all the same. I mean, they have a similar theme to them, but like you see something different in each of the flashback scenes. Like for example, here we get to see these little chows, and they're alive.
Yeah, but like, it's just the thing, these really don't engage me at all, their presentation. Like, I've played this game through probably coming up like triple figures at like a number of playthroughs now, and I still would not be able to tell you what each character learns from their respective flashbacks, because it just doesn't stick with me.
Oh, there are chow.
Thumbnail shot.
Like, I swear they're telling, like, I swear what they're going for is to try and tell you, like, about, you know, the history of, like, Chaos and Master Emerald and shit, but, like, I just don't remember any of it.
What I usually do when I play the game is I skip the cutscenes.
You're skipping these well-animated pieces of art?
Yeah. I'd rather play the game.
I get you.
So I'm not sure, going back to the last part, I'm not sure now, I haven't really thought about it because I rarely go back to play Knuckles stages, but I'm not so sure that I like Adventure 1's Knuckles stages over Adventure 2's. I feel like Adventure 2's I feel like Adventure 1's is kind of too small, and it doesn't really lend itself well to the whole gliding around sort of play style.
Kinda like Flame's dick.
Okay, now that's out of the way. Let's actually talk about what DHP's saying. I think
I wasn't done.
Like, I'll go.
Oh yeah,
Go on.
keep going.
Yeah,
Man.
shut up, Flame. Adventure 2's level is like Meteor Herd, I believe it's called, which is like Knuckles' last level. I actually kind of like how big it is, like at times, because I don't know. I just like huge levels. It just amazes me. I don't know why. I don't really have a good reason.
I think like it depends whether you're the kind of person who would like learn the level and know what the hints are on about or things like that. Because I think the way I play it is it lends itself, like my playstyle lends itself better to SA1 style levels of, you know, do your rounds around the level and the radar will blip and then you kind of use your mindset of where it will be hidden and go there. Whereas I think the way I play it in SA2 and that, like, because it's so big, I spend more time just sort of gliding around aimlessly waiting for the thing to bleep.
Well, the thing about that is that the radar is just shit in SA2, and that's the deal breaker for the Devil's levels. That's why they're inferior. It's because of the damn radar. Yet, you think about like in Meteor Herd, you could go all the way to the top and you won't find anything, and you go all the way to the bottom. But now you have to go all the way to the top because you don't know if like there's an emerald piece there now that you can find that you couldn't before.
Yeah, the radar is just like time wasting in SA2. Like, there's no reason for it to arbitrarily lock you out of seeing the second and third ones.
Whoever made that design choice decision should be shot.
Yeah, or just, you know, have better ideas next time. One of the two.
If they haven't already, they should make a mod that lets the radar like be good.
I think it also has to. I think we mentioned this before too. It also has to do with the RNG, like the position of the emeralds as well. I think they're a bit more varied in SA2, but that's not necessarily a good thing. Like there's only a set amount of ones in these stages here in SA1.
I'm not sure. Like, I tend to have more of the possible spawn points memorized for SO2, but I think
Well,
that's
yeah, if you play them enough.
well. It's not just that. It's like the levels have more distinct, like sections. So you think, like, I'm struggling to draw ideas, but like I know that say like Dry Lagoon's Rouge, there's probably going to be one by the weird head-shaped thing, maybe one underwater where you go get the turtle, things like that, and say like Pumpkin Hill, like there's going to be one on each of the mountains and that. I don't see so many like distinct set pieces in each of the levels. Like maybe it is just because I've spent more time with SO2, but like I just don't tend to remember individual parts of the levels as well. So it just doesn't lend itself quite as much to memory.
The only one I can think of that lends itself to memory kind of is Casino Office, because you have the big Sonic statue.
Oh yeah, like we were talking about like in the first Knuckles part of it. That is because I think that is meant to be like the really piss easy intro thing, but there's nearly always one in like the Dragon Mouth thing. There's nearly always there's quite often one by the statue.
Dragon Mouth, I thought it was Lion.
Lion Mouth. Either way, it's a big bitey thing.
Dragon, Lion, same thing.
Yeah. That was another. Why is it always before fucking Skydeck they give us these mundane cutscenes?
Why does Eggman have a pool?
Because he needs to swim.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of mundane things, Skydeck.
I fucking hate this level.
It's alright.
No, I fucking hate this level.
Me too.
I don't like the gravity gimmick. I don't like how it feels weird to glide around because of the gravity gimmick. And yeah, it's just really, really clunky.
Yeah, I can agree with that, but I found it to be alright. It didn't really bother me that much as it bothered you. So while we're still on the subject of Knuckles, let's kind of talk about his roles before SA1. Obviously, he appeared in Sonic the Hedgehog 3. That was his first appearance, if I'm correct.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yes.
Unless Triple Trouble came out before, but I don't think it did.
I don't think it did either. Then, like, I think his biggest role until SA1 was both Sonic and Knuckles and Chaotix. So, like, how did you guys see Knuckles as, like, before SA1?
I saw him like as really
Gullible idiot.
I saw him as like, well, I grew up with the classics, so I saw him as really fucking cool. He was like my favorite character.
If you buy classics, you mean I grew up with Sonic R? I just saw him as Red Sonic. I used to call him Flame. No joke, because they don't actually show the names in Sonic R of the characters, so I just thought it was. So I just called him Flame because he was red.
It's Flame the Hedgehog. This is so fucking fiddly trying to get a grip on the thing.
That's what she said.
Look, come on,
Yeah.
I'm right next to it. I'm pushing the button and fucking finally.
That alarm sound that they use is so overused in the show Sonic Underground. It's a very generic stock sound effect, I think.
I won't listen to anyone talking shit about Sonic Underground.
Yeah, that is the epitome of animation.
Yeah.
Anime.
And wasn't that animated in France or something, wasn't it? Can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
it's,
sliding across. The gravity's still affecting it.
that's beautiful.
Woo!
You know what we get more of? We're fucking here again.
Yay!
Knuckles' reactions is the same as our one.
Yeah. What is the meaning of this? Can I just get to the boss already, please?
Well, at least we don't see any dead Chow this time, I think.
Well, I can see about that.
They came and my father.
Wait till Adventure 2.
Speaking of Chow, we never really touched on the Chao stages in this game. I haven't. I remember playing them in the past, but in my replay of this game, I haven't really touched the Chao stages much. What do you guys think of them?
They're much more limited in this game than they were in SA2.
Yeah.
I didn't care in SA2 and I don't care in SA1.
I don't care.
But they're cool in SA2. But here it's just like very limited. It's like you got your different gardens and that, like there's one for each of the, hub worlds. But just, yeah, I never really put that much time into it in SA1 compared to SA2. Because like SA2, Chao Garden, I put hours and hours and hours into that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because I was an interesting kind of child.
We were all interesting children, I believe.
But yeah, we've got a boss coming up.
Oh, is it going to be a fun boss?
It's gonna be the same as Sonic.
Except, yeah, now there's engine parts exposed, so now you can fall in and get hit.
Yay!
Just love Eggman there. I hate you. Like a little kid.
Sounded so childish coming from him.
It's just gonna... Is that what was happening? Why there's like the engine parts broke? Did like he just get out of his thing and just start stomping his feet?
So I'm assuming this takes place after Sonic defeats Chaos 6 for the first time, and now he comes back to life, and now you have to beat him a second time? Or did Tails do that?
This fight makes more sense because at least Eggman's not dropping the ice thingies.
They're just coming out of nowhere.
Coming out of thin air. But does that make Eggman magic?
Oh, this fucking theme. This theme is sexy.
It's pretty
That's pretty
good.
And Flame doesn't do the 2 hits. Doesn't do the thing. Yeah.
It's not my fault. I forget the fucking thing exists.
It's your fault for not being good at this game.
Well, again, I didn't know that you had to. I didn't know you could actually throw these things at him. I thought you had to wait until he sucked them in. So.
Okay, that is just bad. Like, how many fucking cycles did you waste where he just didn't suck it in that round?
Let's just say far too many.
Even.
I know. But hey, at least I got Mad Space done in less than 2 minutes.
Yeah, isn't that an achievement you can be proud of for life?
Put that on your resume.
Yeah.
That'll make me the big bucks eventually. So we've talked about how Chaos 6 works. I don't think we need to. So let's talk about Knuckles' role in SA1. Now, I think I mentioned this before, but his character's kind of interesting. He's spent most of his life on a single island protecting the Master Emerald, only going out to get the Master Emerald back whenever he needs to, like in Sonic Adventure. Sonic the Hedgehog 3, Sonic and Knuckles.
Which is still set on Angel Island.
Fair enough, but yeah. Well, I mean, he has more interaction with people than just stuff by himself. Now, that alone would make for an interesting character study, but obviously this game doesn't take advantage of it because it's Sonic Team and they don't know how to craft a really good story. So I'm wondering, was that kind of character ever explored in like something like the comics or anything, or did they just kind of leave it alone and never brought it up?
No fucking idea. Probably the Pender shit, but who gives a crap?
Yeah, or no, he just sort of got, slightly tweaked like 300 times. Yeah, I don't know, I don't really follow any of the, further, stories and stuff. I just play the games.
I think they kind of go into it a bit in Sonic X, but I don't know. And by a bit, I mean, like, maybe they spent, like, an episode talking about how he's alone or something. I have no idea. Like, I think of there's one episode, it's like the one where Knuckles meets this dude called Hawk. And I don't know, it's a weird episode because it's about Knuckles for some reason.
I remember some of the earlier episodes, at least, I haven't watched these in quite a while, but I seem to remember some of the earlier ones when Knuckles was in, he didn't really hang around with like the main group that much. He'd just be off doing his own thing and was quite cold towards them at times. But I'm pretty sure that just sort of got forgotten about over time as well. But yeah,
Kind of, I think.
Now he's just been reduced to a big over-buff buffoon, which, whatever.
yeah. And then they completely flunderized that in the Boom iteration of Knuckles, where he's just a fucking idiot.
At least it's a different continuity.
Yeah, but it's like it is lost all the little bits of subtlety of Knuckles' character, because here he's gullible, but he's not flat out stupid. Whereas Boom Knuckles is just stupid
And gullible.
and stupid.
Yeah, at least in a comedy show, it's played up for comedy.
Well, yeah.
Good comedy at that sometimes.
Yeah, I think that's how it's always been with this kind of character as well. It's never explored to its full potential, in my opinion. I mean, I don't know. I could have just been talking completely out of my ass for the past 5 minutes, but...
Wait, that's what we weren't doing?
Isn't that what the entire playthrough is?
No, I'll tell you what this whole playthrough is about. This song.
Oh yeah, this is a great theme.
Unknown from ME Music Jam. For all the wrong reasons, but Unknown from ME Music Jam.
I get what you did there, because Master Emerald.
Alright, that wraps up Knuckles' story. So what do you guys think of it?
Who first?
I'll go first. Knuckles in this game is harmless. He doesn't do anything overly offensive except for maybe like repeating Chaos 4. But other than that, I had fun enough playing through him. It was just sort of blast through the levels. Since the last time I played it, I sort of just skipped over the cutscenes and shit. It went by in about half an hour.
Playing this for the first time, coming from the classics, it was really disappointing to see that he wasn't exactly how he played in the classics. He was more just exploring levels, and it just wasn't really exciting to me. It was a really big letdown when I first played this game.
I think in terms of Knuckles having his own new kind of gameplay style here, it's just a trait of this game that they were trying to push in as many alternate gameplay styles as they could with the different characters. And Knuckles is, out of all the ones that aren't just, platforming, so like Sonic Tails and to a certain degree, I mean, like Knuckles is the one that it just, it's still feels right within the Sonic universe, like that you might have to go and look for things. Because like shooting, I think it's cool, but it's not Sonic, and fishing speaks for itself. But Knuckles, like,
Fishing's amazing.
We'll get to that eventually.
yeah, like I think Knuckles just feels less offensive out of the gameplay styles that they've put in. As for the story itself and the gameplay itself, it's better here than it is in SA2, in my opinion. I just find the levels you get through them quicker, and since I'm not that big on them as they are, get it done smoothly, I'm cool with that. But yeah, Knuckles is meh. Okay, I don't mind either way,
I like Knuckles' story, to an extent at least. It is pretty meh overall. I think it probably could have been a lot better. I definitely would have been more interested if they had done what THP wanted them to do, like made levels kind of based around his abilities. Kind of like Sonic's levels and like how he played in the previous games. But what we got, it's at least more interesting than just like a redux of Sonic's levels and doing something as stupid as making them the races and stuff. They changed the gameplay style enough to capture my attention. And as I said before, I think all the stages in here are good. There's nothing that really sticks out to me as bad, unlike in Sonic Adventure 2, Meteor Herd. And yeah, overall, the story itself, they kind of botched it in my opinion. I think it could have been a lot better, but you can't really do much with Sonic Team and storytelling. The two things that should never go together. So yeah, overall, Knuckles' story, it's probably my second favorite, behind Sonic. I don't know why I just spoiled that now, but in any case, it was alright.
It gets the it'll do sort of summary.
It gets the stamp, the meh stamp of approval.
Yeah, you need one of them, like, you know, when you get the reviews on the back of a Boxer game, like, this is meh.
But hey, at least Knuckles, he was born by himself. He doesn't need a posse, he gets it on by himself.
Yeah, it's too bad he doesn't chuckle.
Yeah, but like, if he's on that island all the time, he's got to get lonely. Can you blame the guy?
Trying to give yourself an excuse.
Fair enough. We'll see you guys next time when we tackle Amy's story.